Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. This is season 3. We are out and about, and you are listening to episode numero 2. Now, I have to inform our listeners that our previous location was raided by the MACC. But have no fear, we had warning they were coming, and we have relocated to a new undisclosed location.
That is right. We are here in the wonderful undisclosed location where we sit and read L'Orange, the Dutch loyalist newspaper, of course, as well
Absolutely.
as
I got my feet in the canal right now. It's nice.
it's so nice. The flowers are lovely. There's strange districts with red lights, and what is it? Let's see. Oh yeah, also the color DeWitt is just everywhere. It's great.
Oh, well, I mean, it does help that we've painted all our stuff to it.
Well, yeah, that is just, our go-to. But yeah, I mean, hey, look, I mean, over there, it's even, that sign that says that we are definitely not in the Netherlands right now.
Eric, come on.
No, the sign says that we are not.
It says the Netherlands are over there on the other side of the sign, and we're obviously on this side of the sign.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, cool. So with that, in the classifieds of L'Orange, I happened to find a nature correspondent for us, Eric, this week for our segment later in the show.
Did. Well, I think we got to introduce him. I bet he's got wonderful tales to tell.
I think so too. Weatherman, are you out there? Care to join us?
Oh, I've been here the entire time.
He's that good, Eric. He's documenting us.
Oh my goodness. He should get a promotion. I think we might actually have to think about paying him.
No, that defeats the purpose. Like, just watch out, close your curtains, you'll be fine.
Okay, that makes more sense.
We were gonna pay him in beer or something, but.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Back up there.
You gotta sign the NDA for the beer.
All right.
Yeah. So you guys want to row over into our main topic? Just get her going.
Yeah, why not? I like doing that.
Yeah.
So our main topic today, boys, is a masterpiece of modern engineering.
It's a masterpiece of modern engineering. All right. I like the sound of that. So if it's a masterpiece of modern engineering, then what is its opinion on the Hindenburg?
All right. So the Hindenburg, according to today's main topic, Eric.
Yeah.
Was what chumps fly in. Okay. Real people that want to go real places fly in our main topic.
Oh, okay.
Because it's much faster and way better at not crashing into the sea.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And
also from 1984, which is like way after the Hindenburg, so like way safer.
Okay. We do like safety precautions on this podcast.
Much like the Hindenburg, it is also nearly unique as there are 2 of them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if this main topic were to let's see, if this main topic were to play 2005's smash hit Star Wars Battlefront 2, what class would its favorite be?
Okay, its favorite class would definitely be the Scout Trooper because it is an aircraft made by Dornier, which you might remember as DO, because they're a German aircraft manufacturer.
Okay, sounds good.
So they're clearly working for the Empire, first of all. And second of all, this aircraft is well adapted for the wild frontier and, like all normal people, hates Ewoks. As a matter of fact, it's got turboprops in the front and the back in a push and puller configuration, just so it can grind up even more Ewoks.
So it can grind up Ewoks and rid the world of rebel scum.
Yeah, it hates Ewoks.
So
that's good.
But that's like normal, so
Working for an empire, by the way, it's pretty cushy. Like, can't complain.
Oh, you work for the Empire?
For the Empire.
Watch those wrist rockets.
Mm-hmm. Jonah, do you have any questions about the main topic?
How does it feel about holding its breath for a long time and, maybe get slight hypoxia?
All right, at this
Ooh.
point, I think you guys all know our main topic is the Dornier Sea Star, which is a turboprop-powered amphibious aircraft built
Well,
largely out
it's
of
a free diver,
uh,
to say the least.
which exactly. Eric already has it figured out. It loves riding. Well, diving's a little tricky, what with being an airplane and not also a
You
submarine.
believe hard
but
enough,
it loves
Alex.
the water.
You can dive anything.
I mean, it's part boat, so it's down. It's a really interesting airplane. It has like the wings up above so they don't get all seawatery, and then it's got like a boat hull on the bottom, and then it has like it has one propeller in the middle, but it also has another propeller facing the other direction. So it's got two inline propellers suspended above the passenger compartment.
Glorious.
Yeah,
Wacky.
it's pretty cool.
That is certified wacky right there. Let's see. I mean, is there any other like tips and tricks that we should know about the Dornier Seacaster thingy?
Yeah, the Dornier Sea Star. They made 3 of them. I think one was a prototype, and they sold 2 of them. If you want one, they costed $3.8 million in 1998, and then $6 million in 2008, and then $7.21 million in 2017. So you have a couple of extra mils lying around.
I guess I can sell my shares of PMT and buy one then.
Yeah, right.
Because I believe in that company.
Dornier Sea Wings, which is like the subsection of Dornier. They're pretty cool. I think that's mostly it though. Standard parasol flying wing boat. Powered by a pair of Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6A112 engines.
Oh, you need the 6A112 engine, that's for sure.
Standard.
That's pretty neat. I will say that.
Fuller, our main topic today, baby. Crew 1, capacity to 12 people in the back of that thing. You were
12 people?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I mean, think about all the good diving you can get with that.
Yeah.
Just 12 people out the back and just, go free diving.
Free diving.
So much booty to be found.
That's right. And the max takeoff weight is 4,600 kilograms, and the empty weight is only 2,900 kilograms. So there's like 1,000 kilograms of booty right there.
That's a lot of booty. You know what they say?
Can't take off with me in the plane. So then, sorry guys.
Oh, sorry, Jonah. You just have
Weatherman.
You got too much junk in the trunk. That badonka be donkin' do, baby. Ooh.
Oof. Flatter me.
Alex, I don't know if you've seen the
engines idling in case the MACC comes sniffing around.
All right, that's good. We gotta be ready to take off at any moment, especially if we have
after last week. I don't know, man. Yeah.
Especially with the weatherman nearby, like he's bound to attract unwanted attention with his badonkadonks.
That's right. You know what I think happened, Eric? I think somehow there was a leak somewhere in our organization that let everybody know where we were last week.
Really? Because I definitely didn't say any like incriminating thing. That's for sure.
Nah, you definitely didn't. Like we're airtight, and the MACC right at it was like 10 o'clock on Thursday. They came knocking. That was when I had to get everything packed and get out of there real quick. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how they know where we are, but well, a mystery, definitely a mystery.
It's a mystery. I think they're just we don't give them enough credit because like I said, we're definitely not in Amsterdam.
No.
So I have no idea.
Yeah, we're definitely not at the brew pub either.
No way, no how.
So with that in mind, let's let's turn the corner to our next topic, Eric.
I believe it is time for original pieces.
I think it's time for us to spice up an original work. Weatherman, feel free to hop in.
Oh, if you want to throw down some bars, we'd be happy to let you. So this week, I believe, just from the scenery around here, that we need to get a nice. I'm sitting at the pub, and it's open mic night. Mm-hmm. I think I gotta go up there and hit him with the old 1-2 spoken word.
Ooh, I like that.
We're gonna get the pan
But
flutes
I'm saying we
turned
need
up
some
to
pan
12.
flute in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're gonna
for
be
sure.
turned up to 12 just to really give that ambiance behind my wonderful lyrics and soul driving performance that is my spoken word.
Eric, right now I am 1 beer deep, but my soul is like 4 beers deep.
Oh, well then this is perfect for you,
Oh, yeah.
man.
A long time ago, there sat some lonely boys. What should cross their mind? But the badonkadonk.
I was sitting in a room when all I could think of was to bloom. And my body knew that I needed that badonkadonk.
Yeah. So many possibilities. Be donk and onk too. What is a boy to do but get out his binoculars and do a little peeping
On the badonkular. And I sit, enjoy my brew, ready for not knowing what I'll do. But if one thing is clear, it's that I'm going to down this beer.
There's a mystery on the horizon. What it is, we'll never prize it. But it's blowing this way at a fierce pace. And I'm afraid it might give chase.
Sitting in the land of the L'Orange, I wonder what if it's only a mirage, because I don't know where I will go. But hopefully, at the end, there's a badonkadonk.
How will I feel at the time of my next meal? Will I have beer to go with this cheer? For the badonkadonk now is so divine. Can I even live this life of mine?
Boom.
That was pretty good.
Brought
And
a tear to
everyone-
the eye.
Everyone applauses. The whole brewery standing up around us, admiring our wonderful performance. I'd say that was some of the best spoken word I've ever heard, Alex.
It was really good. Thanks for teaming up with me, Eric.
You know, the Dewey
there
brothers.
are no morals to that story.
Nope, we don't need them. We don't need them
anymore. But if there
were,
learned,
if there were a lesson to be learned, which there obviously wasn't, it's that
right.
We're the best spoken word artists in the world.
I thought see, Eric, I was doing some analysis on that beautiful piece we came up with, and I was thinking that the message that you should really take out of that is that one badonk now is worth more than two dodonkadonks later.
Oh,
You know, it's all
never
about
want
seizing
to.
the moment of life and
It's true.
taking whatever adventurers come your way.
And like whenever you do your taxes, make sure you like get the most dodonkadonks, or else your badonkadonk will be
Right.
much more than it should, and then you might even have to padonkadonk the federal government.
Absolutely, that's also true. That was, I thought that was just so obvious, right, that it didn't need explaining.
Oh, yeah, that's like surface level stuff.
Yeah, right. Your Dodonkadonk 2 forms, right? You got to fill out the Dodonkas so that you can get the Badonka.
So you can get the
later.
badonk and then ultimately the padonk, but it's what we will like. So
we got to try and get into the Batonk tax bracket, right?
You're right. The tatonk is where you need to be.
Yeah, and if you can make sure that it's ronking income, then like that's also good, because then that's
And at
less,
the end of
that's
the
a lower
day-
tax rate.
You just want your badonkadonks to be looking like stastonka stonks.
Exactly. That was just the surface level of that poem, but the deeper meaning was really about life and love.
Oh, I mean, any college-educated person would be able to recognize that.
And boobs. Anyway, let's
no,
move
no,
on
no,
to
no.
our...
I'm in the trunk, man.
Yeah, dude, I just filled up the trunk with a bunch of junk. Let's make the getaway. Hop in quick, Eric, and shut the door.
Oh, I got it.
All
That
right,
dirty
great.
MACC are coming after us. I know it.
Just a slick handbrake turn into our next segment, Eric.
So
Questions
hot,
from
so
the
hot.
internet.
Oh my gosh, questions from the internet. Hey, there's one right there. Let's
Do you
grab
got
him. No, dude, I'm rustling him. He's a wild one,
grab
but
quick.
I got him. All right. Ellis Sinistra is asking, who made this burger? That's it. Just who made this burger?
Yeah, Weatherman, what are your thoughts on this burger? And who made it?
Is it made with the beef?
I don't know. It's just who made this burger, man.
Well, I can't tell you who made it, but I can tell you I smelt who was cooking it.
Oh, can you smell?
I can. It was that burger, bro.
Dude, that burger's good. And I mean, if anyone can smell what The Rock is cooking, then you know
Right.
that burger's going to be delicious.
And maybe laced with steroids. That's fine.
Only a little bit. So,
No, you just sprinkle those on. That's the seasoning.
That is.
Yo powder,
Fair.
you sprinkle it right on there.
I mean, I can't even see the burger that clearly. So what's on this burger that obviously The Rock made?
Looks a little fuzzy, Jonah. Can you get us the scoop on that fuzz on the outside of the burger that The Rock made?
That fuzz is actually mold.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's the good kind of mold, like cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
Scraped off the bottom of some wood high in the Himalayas from a ripped monks.
I like where this is going.
Adds a lot of flavor, very hard to get to. Just for certain reasons that I'm not quite allowed to share in the Hollands, being too close for comfort. But like, it's good stuff. Trust me.
So
Eric,
what I noticed.
Wow. All right, Alex.
Well,
what are you noticing on this thing?
This burger The Rock cooked, Eric, is made of. It's coated in monk toe cheese, which I mean we all know is a precious ingredient. I mean that stuff.
It's real hard to get to.
It's at monk toe cheese is actually a ancient world delight, and that's what the Silk Road was initially called, was the monk toe cheese road, but it didn't have the same ring, and it was a little harder to pronounce back in the olden days than Silk Road.
It wasn't as appealing to
I noticed that this burger wasn't salted with standard salt.
Oh, okay.
It was instead seasoned with, you ready for this, Eric?
Yes.
Salt that was harvested from the Paris subway system.
Paris subway salt? Oh my goodness, that is
Paris subway salt. It has a very funky, some almost say putrid and chemical flavor to it.
Huh, interesting.
And depending on where you get it, how deep in the mine is, it becomes more or less coaly.
Oh,
okay.
I like it.
It's the tannins that are in the salt that
like
are
any
selective
good
to Paris that really make it the best seasoning.
Like any good French, supply, it's rich in tannins.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like where this is going. So The Rock decided to create not only the rarest burger, but also the most unappealing to someone who isn't cultured.
I mean, yeah. This burger is nearly priceless.
It's definitely
what kind
for
of veggies, Eric? Where were they grown? Can you tell me where they were from?
Oh, actually, yes. I see what appears to be a beet that was picked from the I do believe that is a Young Rappers Project's beat.
Oh wow! out
can
of the
tell.
Young Rappers Project's
It
collective
looks
garden.
it looks certified lean and fresh and home picked this
Mhm.
morning even.
I mean, that's the sort of snap you want in a burger.
That is true. Wow. So it was pretty easy to deduce that The Rock obviously made this burger just based off of how we could smell what he was cooking.
Hmm.
But we didn't expect this burger to be as amazing as it could be. Even without tasting it, my taste buds are getting all giddy.
Hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, that's who's this person?
This is Ellis Sinestra.
Ellis Sinestra. What's in that burger is some monk toe cheese harvested from the Himalayas, according to Weatherman. I thought I saw some Paris Subway salt, and Eric's telling us that it's also got the freshest snap and crunch available from Young Rappers Project's beets.
Mm-hmm. Undoubtedly.
So, it's definitely an epic burger for sure.
Yeah, so that was the one question I was able to wrangle. You got any others?
I got another one. My boy Justin Bowers at JustBow7 over on the Twitter
Just Bow.
asks, does being drunk off beer and wine at the same time make you feel like a sexy hillbilly, or are you normal?
Well,
depends.
Okay, yep.
Where did you partake in drinking of said wine? Was it above water or below water?
Ooh.
I'm assuming above water because Justin Bowers doesn't seem like a diver to me.
He doesn't seem like a cool diver kind of guy.
Well, I mean, obviously he's a nerd, but like you can't help being a nerd.
That's fair.
Yeah.
My bad. I shouldn't throw that word around so lightly.
Right.
It's a harsh word.
I mean, some say it's a racial slur, but like, who are those people? So yeah, but I mean, I feel like you're our premier expert, Jonah. If a nerd is drinking beer and wine at the same time, sexy hillbilly or just normal?
Oh, it depends. Okay. Actually, it really depends this time. Does he have the strong urge to shoot at things with some kind of firearm or bow and arrow, or hell, even just throwing a rock? If you got that urge,
assume yes, but only in a bikini.
Then yes, sexy as hell hillbilly.
Okay, that's interesting. See, I would have thought more along the lines it would have mattered a lot more what wine he was drinking. If he was drinking a dandelion wine or a Gatorade wine, then he is definitely a sexy hillbilly.
That's true.
That is a good point.
But I mean, if he has some fancy like Chateau French thing and he's drinking like IPAs, I don't know if it's making him a hillbilly.
Maybe he's a classy hillbilly at that point.
That's valid. Classy hillbilly for sure. Maybe not sexy, but classy's definitely definitely it.
Yeah, I can report back. Did some testing on this a couple weeks ago, and the answer is yes. 100% sexy hillbilly. It doesn't even matter the quality of the beer or the wine, because as we just discussed, it only ups the classiness of that sexy hillbilly.
Ooh.
Okay, so when you did this test, you of course felt like a wonderful sexy hillbilly.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wanted to pole dance and also shoot ski at the same time.
Dang, that sounds powerful.
That is a new Olympic sport right there.
The other new Olympic sport that my friends and I we came up with this while we were drunk on beer and wine at the same time. You ready? Diving. It's called muck diving, and you do it off the back of a moving 4x4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm liking
so you get a plank on the back of the, on the back of the 4x4 there, and that's the diving board into the muck.
Okay.
Which I'm not sure we could have had that thought of a sport without both the beer and the wine influencing together.
True.
Yeah.
Dang, that is
Adirondack muck though. That stuff will eat you whole.
I mean, that'd be maybe for the world championship, but like, don't get too crazy. I heard Scottish muck and Irish muck are also they're real deep.
I've heard that muck is wild, and you gotta avoid certain mucks. And you can normally, like, the more viscous the muck, actually, the easier the diving is.
Oh, I didn't know that. It sounds reasonable.
Because when it's a little softer, it'll just slurp you right up, and you're gonna get stuck in there for a long time.
I've heard that it's very difficult. I've heard that it's impossible to get away from Muck once he's used scary face, and it's impossible to hit him after he's minimized 6 times.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's valid. For everyone that's very confused, that's a Pokemon joke.
Say,
right
that
there.
went over your head. Don't worry about it. So yeah, muck diving. So I mean, yeah, Justin Bowers. I think we have to conclude that absolutely.
Sexy cowboy
you might be
time.
a very classy, sexy hillbilly. But
Hillbilly.
if you cross the streams, that's your destiny.
So we're gonna leave that knowledge up to all of our listeners. Do it if you desire, but you will become a sexy hillbilly.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen any sexy hillbillies who clearly cross the streams?
I don't know if I firsthand have seen them, but I've heard stories about them coming out on like full moons and whatnot.
That's true. Sometimes you're like, looking over down the bar and you're like, dang, that's one sexy hillbilly. Then you look down and you notice that she's got wine in one hand, PBR in the other, and you're like, oh, darn it.
Foiled.
Yeah. It's just the
goggles.
goggles.
That's fair.
It's just the goggles.
All right, I'll do it. See, sometimes I'm sitting there, mind my own business. I'm sitting at my desk and I turn around and I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, that is one sexy hillbilly. And then I realize that it's just because I set my mirror to sexy hillbilly mode.
That Snapchat filter really gets you.
It does. It really does.
Yeah, how them royalties paying you out, Weatherman, on the sexy hillbilly Instagram filter?
Slowly. Okay. Not as popular as you may think.
Yeah, from our sample size, it seems to be incredibly popular.
Well, clearly I'm marketing to the wrong crowd. I mean, we've all been to a Lemire family household party.
That is true.
They are something. They are real.
And a beer party has both beer and wine, right?
Oh yeah, and sometimes various other drugs that we shall remain unnamed.
Oh, perfect. We'll keep we like a good mystery here on Just Do It.
So we actually have another question that was written in the comments of last week's episode, which is, do you even lift bras?
Oh, okay. The answer is only with the legs. You see, biking is basically lifting, but for your feet. There's nothing like sick, thick quads. Go ask
That's true.
my man, the front of the Peloton when he's feeling like it, but maybe not right currently, Peter Sagan, about his huge crusher quads.
Alex, his quads are pretty amazing. Everyone has to agree that. But when I look at Sagan, do you know what I think? Them calves, though.
Oh, I mean that the calf is only a smaller quad. It's equally important. So the answer is I lift every day with my legs, 24/7.
So yes, we are big lifters. I'm out here lifting everything with my leg. Actually, I lift everything with my back, no legs.
There you go.
You jerk
it's hell.
Back.
I really just jerk it. I'm sitting there. I'm trying to move my entire bed frame. Do you know what the best way to get up quickest? Not go down with your legs. That's how you hurt your knees. You just jerk your back up real hard. And
that's the proper technique, right, Jenna?
It is the only technique. Make sure you clench as hard as you possibly can, and exhale before you lift.
And really jerk those weights off.
Jerk them up there.
So I jerk them as hard as I can, and just like a shot putter before they throw, I make sure to grunt as loud as I can as well to let go all of the bad energy that is down there, and to use it to harness in my back to lift things.
You know what? All good lifters sometimes grunt out of both ends. It's okay. It's just double the power. Honestly.
That sounds about right. That's propulsion right there.
Yeah.
See, I only do arm day on Fridays. As a matter of fact, specifically Friday evening is arm day.
Really? Why? Oh, is that your
pints get real heavy?
Is that your pint curls?
Yeah, I'm doing curls down at the bar. I mean the gym.
There we go.
Yeah, remember to write that off on your dodonkas for the big fat dodonks so that you get the stonks.
Oh, you're right. To get your stonks, you need to donk the
right.
babonks.
So in your bar as a personal training gym.
That sounds like a great steal. Then you can get around all those COVID guidelines.
Absolutely. Speaking of COVID guidelines, they must be way less strict at the gym than they are at the bar. So this is
obviously
something.
Like, hold on now. Business idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it might be time to step away from all these hard-hitting questions and get into what people have been waiting for this whole time, which is our nature talks with Alex and Eric.
That's right. You can do the nature walks with Eric, but now we're about the nature talks. What is the animal of the week, Eric?
Well, I heard that the one and only Weatherman actually encountered a wild creature this week, and we got to refer to him on this one.
Well, thank you. It was a tough one this week for me. Really had to do a lot of hunting. Really had to ghillie suit up the ghillie suit. Had to change out my dried grass for dried leaves because, it's approaching fall. Yep. Seasons are changing. And this animal's not doesn't really like to be seen that often. The wild Sasquatch.
You saw a Squatch?
I cannot confirm or deny whether or not
But you did go Squatch hunting.
But I did go Squatch hunting, and I believe with all my heart that I saw a Squatch. Or a very hairy homeless man. Like, not sure which.
The Squatch.
His name could have been Squatch.
Those listeners out there has been extinct in upstate New York for 27 years. But there's rumors that some of them came down out of Canada and are in the New Hampshire area.
Due to global warming, of course.
Due to global warming, they've been pushed south.
Into the more cooler climate.
Exactly. Down by it's more humid. The Squatch needs his moist skin.
That is true.
Knows. And so, Weatherman, tell us about this chance encounter with all the graphic detail left in.
Ooh, all right. There I was, in my ghillie suit. Remind you,
leaves. Yep.
Not dried grass.
We know.
With leaves. Hiding in my bush, crawling along, Nerf gun fully loaded, ready to go. I'm not gonna shoot the Squatch. Just tag him.
No, you can't. They're endangered.
You just tag him a little bit.
If you see a Squatch in the wild, remember do not shoot it with a normal gun. Nerf guns to jolt them up and get a response, as well as don't trank these mystical, wonderful creatures.
Yeah.
Only Nerf guns.
Also, use a real gun. Chances are it's gonna turn around and rip you to pieces. Like, we don't.
Oh, it will. What is it? Bugs Bunny that barrel. Stick his finger in there, and you're gonna get blown up.
Oh yeah. I hear the Squatch's new favorite food is Lost Tourist.
Yes, that is a new hot commodity since they have migrated south.
Yeah.
They really decided to be a fan of the tourists, so they actually have set up a few remote locations where they serve remote tourists on a plate and in the local cuisine.
So, watch out there. They're dangerously delicious, by the way.
Yes. If you see one of these small little cabins with a sign that says Lost Tourist, that's a Squatch house, and you gotta watch out.
It probably means you're for dinner. But
yes, that is true. It might be too late by that point.
It's true. They hunt in packs. They're like raptors. Luckily for me, it was just either, again, one homeless man or one very lonely Squatch. Just minding its own business, trotting through the woods. Pretty big. I would say a hefty 7 or 8 feet. Like a baby Squatch, really.
Baby Squatch, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Because I hear with all these new tourists, they're getting pretty big.
They're chonking up. I can confirm the Squatches are getting a little chonky, a little hefty. But I think it might just I think it's just because it's going to be a cold winter and they're putting on a few extra pounds.
That's true. The virus is going to really freeze everyone out.
Mm-hmm.
Something about winter's coming?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing on the radio station. They keep telling me on WSTARK that winter is coming. I don't really know why.
Oh, that's where you get
saying
your
it all
news?
summer long.
Interesting.
Oh, you listen to W. Stark as well? That's good. That's cool.
Yeah. So for the rest of our listeners out there, Jonah, again, one more thing. If they happen to be in and around Manchester and see a Squatch, what is the proper procedure for recording that sort of encounter? Is it licking the Sasquatch for its unique aroma, or keeping a distance and curling into a ball and crying for your mother?
Well, I would recommend doing the second one. Mostly because if you go up and lick that Squatch, then you own the Squatch. And I don't support that.
No, that's not okay, especially in this climate.
The Squatch is a wild and beautiful creature. And
we have to keep it that way.
Exactly. No one should own it. If you lick a Squatch, I will lick you.
And then you'll be his, and then by the
slave.
transitive property, he will own the Squatch, and then he will release said Squatch with a secondary lick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would recommend for all of our novice nature walkers out there to avoid the Squatch in the meantime, but they do like to frolic in out of focus and blurry areas. That's normally why all the pictures of Squatches are unfocused and blurry. That's because that's just the habitat that they live in. And
it's the hardest habitat to capture on film.
It's true. All the pictures are blurry, but that's actually 1080p. It's a perfect resolution. It's just
so
because there's a million pixels in that picture. Even the best picture, it's the nature is blurry. It's very cool. It's a phenomenon that most scientists haven't discovered, and they believe that it's actually linked to a special power that the Squatches have.
Yeah, it's believed. So they thought that it would be weaponized by now, which is why you have a similar power when it stars in the very famous video game Call of Duty, where players can black out fuzz out the screen, the radar scanners of enemies with their counter UAV, and I believe an accompanying perk. And this is trying to weaponize the technology that's derived from these areas, but it's never actually no military has ever figured it out. It's too complex and
mystical.
As a matter of fact, I think it's I believe the phenomena, what they've traced it to is an infinite dimensional manifold, and so it's actually a chaotic attractor. Which, I mean, when you have infinite dimensions, you can't get enough pixels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what you guys all need to know about Squatches, and hopefully you can go out there and have a grand old time enjoying nature and everything that it has to offer, like the beautiful creature, the Squatch.
If you do go for a long hike, just make sure to announce your presence to the Squatch by just picking up a stick and beating a tree.
Tree taps. That's what we call them in the biz.
Yeah. Just to be like, hey, Squatch, don't mind me walking through your land. Come say hi if you want, but no big deal.
And
I think
with that, it's definitely time to wrap it up, Alex. That's exactly what I was thinking.
We're going to ship it off to you listeners in the postal service, so it might get there late.
It could, but you never know. And I'd like to thank our wonderful correspondent, the Weatherman, once and again.
I would like to thank you guys. Always a pleasure.
So, Alex, should we give the people a rundown of our sponsors this week?
Absolutely. I want to thank Culture Burgers by The Rock. Only the most complex flavors are what you can smell.
With wonderful support from Sea Star Planes. They're like the Hindenburg, but better.
This podcast brought to you by Lifting with the Back. Remember, fast jerking motion.
Jerk, jerk, jerk.
As approved by one personal trainer, Jonah Levine.
Yo.
I would like to thank Homegrown Hops. We aren't going anywhere.
I mean, it is fall now. But I would like to thank the Badonkadonk for when you need to take a Donkadonk in order to increase those testosterons.
And the only newspaper publication that sponsors this podcast, L'Orange, the Dutch loyalist newspaper that we are currently reading, and definitely not because we are anywhere near the Netherlands.
For the crown. One more thing. We definitely have to thank the Squatch. Remember, folks, the Squatch Conservation Society believes that all squatches are wild and free. No licking.
That will wrap up season 3, episode 2. And I think the Mac's coming, Alex. The MACC is coming. We gotta wrap it up and get out of here.
Okay. We'll get this thing shut down and uploaded real quick. Then Jonah can cheese it. So everybody out there, the Little League fields, they've probably never looked better because all the kids stopped playing on them. Perfect. Make sure that you get the baseballs nice and shined up so that they accent those fall colors. To all of those outdoor athletes, your praying for snow has been successful. It is dumping buckets in Colorado right now, and they're pretty sure that it is apocalyptic because it was 100 degrees the day before and all the trees are dying.
Let's
if
go.
they're not currently on fire. And with that, I'm Alex.
I'm Eric.
And for the love of God, man.
Just some. That was underwater. Wow.
Bam wham, thank you,
Gorgeous.
Man. Badonkadonk goo.
So fresh.
Gotta get him with the
We really went off on some badonkadonks.
Yeah, I don't know what we were doing. Oh well.
I don't even remember what the question was. Oh no, that was our song.
It was the song.